On behalf of Don Bosco Tech Africa, it is my joy and privilege to welcome you to this important workshop dedicated to the review of the JSO Quality Manual, with special focus on gender mainstreaming and inclusion. We shall journey together guided by the conviction that every young person has an undisputable dignity and right to access opportunities for growth, learning, and decent work. Our aim is not only to refine a manual, but to strengthen our collective mission in ensuring that the Salesian Technical and Vocational Education and Training Network truly reflects justice, equity, and inclusion. Reading and interpreting the signs of time, the importance of gender mainstreaming and inclusion remains an important topic. The African Union reminds us through its gender scorecard and the Maputo Protocol that empowering women and ensuring inclusion is not only a moral imperative, but also a foundation for sustainable development. The European Union, in its Gender Equity Index, similarly underlines that societies prosper when all members, regardless of their gender or background, are able to participate fully in the social and economic development of the nation. From a global education perspective, UNESCO UNEVOC consistently highlights that inclusive Tibet systems are essential for breaking cycles of poverty, while the International Training Center of the ILO teaches us that workplaces must uphold dignity, equity, and fairness if they are to be truly transformative. Looking at our Salesian heritage of inclusion, the call to inclusion is not new to us. The preventive system of Don Bosco is itself an inclusive pedagogy, one that seeks to embrace every young person, especially the poorest, most vulnerable, and those at the fringe of the society. To welcome, to accompany, and to empower is at the heart of our mission. The social doctrine of the Church reminds us that work is for the human person and not the human person for work. It emphasizes both the dignity of labor and the dignity of worker, irrespective of class, situation, or status. Therefore, our mission in Tibet must ensure that training and employment pathways promote not just technical skills, but also human flourishing. As we integrate gender and inclusivity, we must also think of sustainability. Our work will only be meaningful if it can be maintained, scaled, and internalized within our institutions. Sustainability requires not only resources, but also policies, systems, and a deep cultural change, and champions that see inclusion as natural but not optional. Looking ahead, this workshop is designed to be participatory, with opportunities to learn from case studies across Africa, from experienced job service officers across the continent who have contributed to the development, implementation, and revision of the Job Service Quality Manual, to test practical tools like the Gender and Inclusion Scorecards, and to draft action plans that will shape our provinces and institutions. Each of you bring invaluable experiences from your context, from DRC Congo, Uganda, Kenya, Ghana, Benin, Nigeria, Tanzania, Madagascar, and beyond. Together, we represent the richness of Africa and the global Salesian mission. Dear friends, let us keep at heart this guiding principle. When we invest in inclusion, we invest in justice, in peace, and in the very future of our young people. May our discussions be animated by the spirit of Don Bosco, inspired by the social teachings of the Church, and aligned with global requirements and best practices. With gratitude, I welcome you once again and invite you to enter into the process with open minds, open hearts, and a shared determination to make Digitech's job services truly an anchored and an anchor tool deeply rooted in inclusive and sustainable approach.